Stugotzs here for 1-800-Flowers. If you've ever stumbled through a social media site around Valentine's, you know women love to show off what their boyfriend or husband surprised them with. So this year, be the one who wins Valentine's with 1-800-Flowers.com. Right now, when you order early, you can get 18 pink and red enchanted roses for only $29.99. Valentine's Day is almost here, so don't put this off. Get 18 pink and red enchanted roses for only $29.99 from 1-800-Flowers. This gorgeous bouquet of radiant pink and red roses is the perfect Valentine's surprise she's guaranteed to love. Roses from 1-800-Flowers are picked at their peak and shipped overnight to ensure freshness. 18 pink and red enchanted roses for only $29.99 is a great reward for ordering early. This Valentine's, don't settle for anything less than 1-800-Flowers.com. To order 18 red and pink enchanted roses for just $29.99, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, enter code Dan. Again, go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, enter code Dan. Order today and save at 1-800-Flowers.com, code Dan.
Hey there, I'm a glue stick, so I have one job. I glue kid stuff. So sorry for being jealous of Geico, who does a ton more, like give you 24/7 access to thousands of licensed agents. And Geico has been around for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. While I've just got mediocre adhesive skills, Geico also has an award-winning mobile app. Uh-oh, arts and crafts time. No eating the glue stick, Miss Lydia!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
All right, let's talk a couple of these things out on air because I am, after a couple of months now, reopening the text machine here.
Welcome back.
I have found blissful serenity, peace outside of this radio show in not listening to anybody. Seriously, not checking Twitter. I'm telling you, I have found over the last 2 months a great freedom from mental drain by not being on the internet. And some of you have complained to me, but Dan, you're not as informed. Trust me when I tell you, the producers of this radio show will not allow me to stay ill-informed. They won't allow it.
Plus, I'm here.
And so I still know more than all of you do.
All right. Tone, fine.
I said it very gently.
No, you didn't.
It's the words that you're objecting to, not the way that I said them. The words are obnoxious.
Fair enough. Wait, I just agreed with him on a fine.
$1. $1.
Wait a second. We have
whatever anyone agrees with me on a fine, it's a $1 fine.
We have finalized that?
That was finalized last week.
It's written in stone.
No, because I don't want the rule.
All right.
I don't like the rule.
All right, let's see if I have some money. Let's see. Nope. Nada. Got a couple of coins.
Well, that's not nada. That counts, and now the fine is up to $3.
Whoa!
Oh, you found a bunch of 20s in there.
Secret pocket.
All right, so $3 is now what you owe.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, geez. I agreed with you about
That's
not
right.
finding
you. Can't agree with me anymore. But what I'm saying is keep your $3. Keep your $3. Keep all. Well, no. Keep the $1 because we have not instituted the rule yet.
Okay.
But when you get fined and don't have any money, that's still a fine. That's $1.
Okay.
And when.
But technically, I wasn't fined, so I don't know.
I know. This is the weird
You're
thing
all
about
over the
it.
place.
That's right. Well, you're not fined for the $1, but you are fined for the next two for having money after being fined.
All right.
And now you're fined for agreeing with Dan's ruling.
None of this makes sense.
All right. You know what? Keep all your money for the moment. Keep all your money for the moment. We will reconvene.
But if you keep all your money, that's also a fine.
Well, what are we doing here? I mean, do I owe money or do I not?
Keep all your money. You keep all your
I
money.
liked you better when you were disconnected, man.
Okay, well, I am now reconvening with the text machine to see if the shows are any better with the texters.
Okay.
And really, honest to God, I have enjoyed the holy hell out of the last 4 months of shows. Like, it's been as fun as at any time that we've been doing this. This is just tinkering with the machine slightly to see what should be let in and what shouldn't be let in anymore, and not much caring how and who objects to that. So I'm going to tinker with that a little bit to see how it feels. What happened, Mike?
This was a New Year's resolution. It's February 7th. That's a fine.
You stop checking calendars?
I never know what date it is.
Really?
Never.
I'd love to have
you
your
thought
life,
it was
man.
April when you said you've been doing this for 4 months?
No. But wait a minute. I was off Twitter, but hadn't I already left the text machines before that? Maybe it is a New Year's resolution.
I don't remember.
No, you're right. It is a New Year's resolution.
That's a fine then.
All right, so I've been doing this for 5 weeks, not 4 months. 5 weeks.
Big fine. I mean,
and I'm not fined for that. That's a $1 fine for you. That's not a fine for me.
I'm not going to agree or disagree. You don't want to pay it? You don't want to pay it?
So the other thing I wanted to talk about is the things going on with Stugotzs are just so funny, right? Because here's the thing. Stugotzs is really tired all the time, complaining about being tired. And he's getting run into the ground by just ESPN making requests of his time on things, which you would have thought was the dream, but last week ended up in him just canceling a SportsCenter appearance.
Yeah.
And so Stugotzs has been complaining about this and how he has to get balance in his life and he can't be saucerized anymore and he's got to spend time with the kids and do lacrosse and he gets joy out of lacrosse. And today he's like, so I talked to people about this book yesterday.
Yep.
And like, you're always doing this. And what I want to understand, I think it's a great idea. I think we should be publishing Stugotz's personal record book. I think people would absolutely buy that book. But the reason that Stugotzs leapt on this yesterday is because he realized it's something he can put his name on, but not put any effort into.
Yeah.
Which is the goal for all of us, right?
Yes, of course. I mean, who doesn't have that goal, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, but I was explaining to Stugotzs, hey, this isn't an easy book to write. And he's like, no, it's easy for me. I don't have to do anything.
Yep.
It's the researchers will do it.
Yeah.
Yes, the researchers will do it.
Yep. Just put my spin on it. That's all. That's what I was told. I did some research yesterday.
But this is what I'm curious about. Billy, Chris, Roy, do you want to do it? Because you could be the researchers on it and make whatever money there is on this. It doesn't seem like a fun job, but it seems like a book that would absolutely get published.
Well, the money's an interesting thing because we went through this with Teddy Bridgewater and all that money was going to charity. So there wasn't actually going to be any money raised by any of us.
Right. This is my book, and I'm telling you none of it's going to charity. So, I don't know. I mean, listen, you guys, I'm serious. We can all do this together. I don't know what you guys are supposed to get paid for doing something like this. I promise you that you will be paid if it's something you want to do.
It can't be quite that generic.
Well, I know. I'm trying to get some details.
But I promise you'll get paid. Left with Billy, 18 months later on one of your projects, still not having gotten paid, and Amber Wilson also not getting paid for stuff. It can't be the promise of you waving a hand, I promise you guys will get paid.
Yeah.
That seems like a terrible business arrangement.
All invoices are current. There are no outstanding bills owed on that show for Sports Bang. It took me 18 months, but everyone is current now.
I mean, even more difficult than writing a book, which none of us know anything about, really, is creating a template for which ESPN talent and producers can get paid for this, because that also does not exist within the company. No one's done this.
Okay, so let's create it. I'm telling you, the texters could write this book. The audience would easily write this book.
Feel free, just as long as you don't expect any money for it. Go ahead, help me out. I'll give you a shout out in the book. That's what I'll do. No, I won't. On Twitter, I'll give you a shout out on Twitter. Just that's what I'll do. I'll retweet with a compliment, and that's what I'll do.
You know what's going to happen now is he's going to say Michael Jordan didn't win this ring or that ring or whatever, and now every texter is going to say that was mine, you stole it from me, and they're going to sue him.
No, Jordan's got 6. I mean, in fact, he's got 8, to be quite honest with you. And Elijah has none. That's the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
So that's chapter 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait a minute. But is the whole book going to be that? Are you going to do anything else other than give and take rings?
It's going to be mostly that, but I need some selling points. When I do the book tour, I need a selling point, and I've told you guys for many, many years, my big selling point, the thing that's going to get me on every radio show in America to promote this book, is that Babe Ruth is not even in my top 10 all-time best baseball players. Not even the top 10. And I'm certain I could stretch that out to not even in the top 20 if I wanted to, just for further buzz. And he's black in my personal record book. Imagine when that starts to circulate.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Flying off the shelf.
That'll end up on Hannity and Combs. I know, it hasn't been on the air for 12 years.
Yeah, Holmes died.
Holmes is dead.
Yeah,
Holmes.
That should be a fine.
It's a Combs. It's a double fine.
Wait a minute.
Both these.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you got Holmes.
What I meant in Hannity and Holmes.
Antonio Holmes.
Did I? I didn't say Hannity and Combs.
Yeah.
You said Hannity and Holmes. Mike, so did you, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't correct him once I heard that, so I'll pay. Well, no, that's not a fine for me.
That's not a fine for you.
Hannity and Holmes.
That's terrible, Hannity and Holmes.
How long has Combs been?
Hold on, Mike. In keeping with I was telling somebody, I was telling this story the other day. Mina Kimes, I was telling this story the other day of my appearance on Hannity and Combs. And she didn't. There are a lot of people listening right now who have never heard this story. And it's a good story. And it's amazing audio. David Sampson is going to join us tomorrow. He just completed that race, that crazy race where he's 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days. It just sounds like total lunacy.
Yeah. Sounds like Samson.
But so Mina hadn't heard this story. I'm guessing most of you have most people heard this story with the Hannity and Combs thing when they call me in from the reason I've been having this conversation a lot with people is because for some reason I've stumbled into a lot of conversations lately about the differences between how white people and black people feel about dogs. And one of the places where it was evident, Mina is a giant dog lover. And, like my black friends are just saying at the end of my dog's life, like 18 months as my dog is dying. They're like, what are you doing? Get rid of the animal. What's the matter with you?
Right.
And so I just saw a disconnect between these two things. And back then I was asked on a panel to discuss Michael Vick and dog fighting because this Michael Vick tapped into some of what I'm talking about, the disparate way that white people and black people look at dogs. And many conversations I have with my black friends are about like, you guys realize that white people often treat their dogs better than they treat black people? Like treat their dogs more. In this case, Michael Vick was killing dogs. And that tapped into something in the white community that the black community wasn't quite buying in on. I'm speaking generally.
Right.
And so I go on Hannity and Combs, and they want to discuss, because I've written a column about this however many years ago, Hannity and Holmes.
Yeah.
Hannity and Holmes was on.
God rest Holmes' soul.
Yeah. And how long ago was this? Is this 10 years ago?
Very
15
recently.
years ago?
I thought you meant Holmes' death.
How long ago was Michael Vick's dog fighting? 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was 10 years ago. I'll look it up. But let's just say like a decade ago.
Okay, so I'm on this show, and all of the panelists are white. I'm in this closet. I'm wearing, just a jacket, but shorts, and I can't see anybody. And I've never been on Hannity and Combs before, and I've never been on one of these politics shows before. And furthermore, I don't know how these politics shows work. So I don't know. I don't realize going in that I'm walking into a buzzsaw. I would have seen that now, clearly, but I wasn't into politics in any way that would have made me understand back then what they were doing, which is I was there to be thrown as meat to the audience so the panelists could eviscerate me, mentioning race when it comes to Michael Vick and the killing of dogs. Race differences in the way this stuff is viewed. And so I realize while I'm just looking around, I'm on with Neil Bortz, a conservative talk show host in Atlanta.
Who brought his dog.
Yeah, Coco.
Yeah.
He brought his dog Coco, a little white dog, and Jim Miller, the former Bears quarterback.
Yeah.
And me. And so I realized listening to the voices that we are discussing, and you know what Hannity and Combs sounded like, we are discussing how black people feel about dogs. And there isn't a black face on television, even though there are the faces of 5 white people and a white dog.
Hi, everyone. Stugotzs here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you are confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you the same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. Rocket Mortgage is simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you are getting the right mortgage for you. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotzs. That's rocketmortgage.com/Stugotzs, STUGOTZ. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. NMLS consumeraccess.org number 3030.
Dan Le Batard.
I'm going to go out on a limb with a bold statement.
Whoa.
Are you guys ready?
Bold statement.
Are you guys ready? Dance in your chairs if you're listening at the office. Shake your nipples. A bold statement is coming.
Yeah! Stugotzs.
Russell Westbrook belongs in the conversation with Bo Jackson, with Randy Moss, with Michael Jordan, with Deion Sanders. Best athletes I've ever seen in my life.
Woo!
Good to go.
Boom!
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom!
Yeah.
I put the old in boom. Woo!
Yeah, you're old.
This is the Dan Levatar Show with the Stugotzs on the ticket.
We have just reopened that text line to me. I am now getting your pipeline of text. So I was greeted by, "You've got to be the biggest racist ever, you self-hating white man. You are deplorable. Kill yourself, you fat lard."
Whoa.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yep.
Good to be back. 67974 on the text.
You can check out if you want, man. Life is more relaxing the way you were doing it,
man.
yeah.
Woo!
Telling you.
I've had more fun doing the show over the last 4 months that Mike says is 5 weeks
Yeah.
than I can remember. Seriously.
Really,
Yeah,
in show history.
outside of
Right.
Greg Cody, what tension has there been around here in four months? What tension has there been in our workspace in 4 months?
Hasn't been much.
I don't know how the people in the audience feel about the show. I really don't. I don't know. But I'm telling you that we've been having more relaxed fun the last 4 months than we've had at any point during the history of the show.
Yes, we have. Yep. Been very relaxed, been a lot of fun. I can't think of anything other than Cody. Can you guys? In terms of tension on the show.
Nope.
All right.
So 67974. I don't even have the text number up here. Am I giving it out right? And somebody by text, Mike says we should shut the text machine down because somebody by text said that I originally said it Hannity and Combs. Mike came in and called it Hannity and Holmes, and then I got fined for that for simply repeating what he had said.
No, you said Holmes first. I mean, you did. I was about to fine you. Then Mike came in surprisingly and said Holmes also, and that's why I said double fine both of you. It is 67974. 67974. And that guy should be fined for agreeing with you.
That's a big one.
Flying off the shelf.
That'll end up on Hannity and Combs.
Oh.
I know. It hasn't been on the air for 12 years.
Yeah, Holmes died.
Holmes is dead.
Yeah, Holmes
that
is dead.
should be a fine. It's
Wow,
now,
it's a
I
Combs.
think that's the first ever reversal on appeal. It sounds like I did say it right.
What do I owe?
I love that the text machine is back.
Yeah.
Fat Lord loves that the text machine is back. Just saved me $1.
Texter, you were right. I know you're about to mail $1 in, so save it, put it back in your pocket. You're good. What do I owe for that? Because I falsely fined you. Do I get fined for that? What happens?
Your main fine is when you cough directly into the microphone and when you read the internet wrong. So that's just $1.
Okay.
Those are just $1.
Well, where's your $1 for Holmes?
No, but he doesn't
not a
get
fine
fined
for
for
me.
that. That now is a fine for you for fining
For
people for
lashing
things
out.
that aren't fine.
All right. $2. Here we go. $2? We're good?
Yes, $2. We are even.
All right. That's all I got.
Who's writing this book with Stugotzs? Guillermo, tell me I'm wrong about this. We've had 2 good book ideas around here, and I don't know what the last one fell apart. That Teddy Bridgewater book would have sold. Our listeners would have bought it. Like, never mind who else might have bought it.
I can tell, like, it's rare where Mike he's following up with me. He's wanting to have conversations. So I think Mike sees that there's a good idea here. Because, Dan, it's easy reading, right? Put it in your bathroom. It's easy reading. Hopefully we'll make you laugh a little bit, and maybe I'll make you think.
Well, but
the
other
Babe Ruth
book,
being black part. I
we
mean.
could do a Gronk book, but again, that's his likeness. And you get into all sorts of, I don't want to get into business with any of these people. But Stugotz's personal record book, I do believe, is something that ESPN would either publish or find a way to publish.
Well, they don't have a publishing department anymore.
Uh-huh.
I checked with them yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they can help me get it published. So we'll see. I'm exploring right now. I really am. I'm putting in some work right now to figure out how we do this. Obviously, I have no experience with writing a book. I've never read a book.
Mike, how great would it be if Stugotzs wrote a book before I did?
Well, he's not going to write the book.
I know, but I'm saying got a book published, got a book. I mean, I'm a professional.
He's going to write a book the way that the Kardashians write books.
Well,
The race is on now. I mean, are you planning on writing something, or what are you doing?
The race is on now. Well, I did write Marlins Top of the First, which is not unlike this book. It's a book about the Marlins first season with a lot of pictures that I was writing a lot of captions to. It doesn't really count as a book.
See, that's what I envision this book being. Just volume 1, and it's whatever it's at the top of his dome.
Right.
And you flip through it on the toilet. It's a gag gift. You can really corner the gag gift market.
That's right. In sports.
There's a volume 2, though. I like where you're headed.
You've left the door open.
Yeah, I like where you're headed.
You got to leave the door open.
Yep. Leave them wanting more.
It should be volume 1, although in my personal record book, this is volume 3.
Mike, I can't think of an idea that we've had around
I like
here
that.
that serves Stugotzs more clearly without him having to do much of anything. Like, I don't think it's why he immediately called and found out whether ESPN had a publishing division yesterday. No. There is not anything we placed in front of Stugotzs that was easier money than this for less work.
In fairness to me, you did tell me, I mean, this is just classic me. I know it's a good idea. You told me about the publishing department a month ago. I finally called yesterday.
They did have a publishing department. I don't know what, I mean, I'm assuming that what happened to the publishing department is the same thing that happened to publishing.
That'd be a good bet.
I emailed people and they responded, what is that?
Right. I think it just all went to the internet.
But this is part of the problem. Stugotzs now gets paid plenty of money to do very little work. And now this is costing us a lot more work for him to get more money.
Well, no, wait. Whoa. But this
My money is your money.
No. Here's the thing, though. This is the next step in whatever this evolution is. Whatever it is, we have to figure out a paradigm where Stugotzs, and this will be the end of us, of course. Like, will be how it ends, where Stugotzs is negotiating business deals with the producers or the researchers or whoever does this, ghostwriter, whoever it is, and now you've got to enter into a business arrangement with the Stugotzs. And that is not appealing. When you're going to do all the work, he's going to do none of it, and he's going to set the terms. That is not, I believe that's why I got nothing but blank faces yesterday when I asked, any of you guys want to do this?
It's weird.
We already did this for 2 years, me and Stugotzs.
Yeah.
But let me ask you, you did it on Sports Bang. What would it be worth? Let the audience set what should be the price on that.
I don't know what the budget is. I don't know,
price points now.
Right.
This is all moving way too fast.
Yeah.
We're negotiating with ourselves.
How does it work? Do they, like normally they give you something up front, right? The publishing company?
Usually in advance. Look at Stugotzs wants an advance on work.
I want an advance, yes. I got to take care of people. I mean, I got to take care of the researchers.
What percentage of that advance would you give to Billy, Chris, Mike, and Roy and Allison if they were to do the research on it?
0. You know, they get paid once the final product is out. You know, you get paid for performance. I'm not going to pay someone in advance. I mean, why would I do that?
That's a fine attitude by you. It's going to get none of these people working on this book with you.
While you're asking for an advance.
While you ask for an advance. The fact that you don't see that is amazing. Yeah. Stugotzs wants an advance for nothing done. For work that's going to be done by you guys, you get 0 money until the work is done.
Yeah.
That is why they don't want to negotiate with you. That is why they don't want to enter into business with you, even though there might be money trickling off.
Who said I'm not doing any of the work? I mean, I'll draw the pictures. Flembrant.
Oh, my God. That was also Billy, by the way.
That
was Billy.
What was Billy?
Billy drew Art Briles that, now that I think about it, should have sold for $666. We blew it there because,
oh man,
yeah,
right. What did it sell for?
Like $690 or $630 or something, or $600.
Yeah, we should have really tried to get him up to $666.
Stugotzs went out on the street as Flembrant during Art Basel with something that Billy had drawn, which was just a devil wearing a Baylor jersey, and it was called Art.
It was giving away the artist secrets here.
It also had a headset.
Right. It had the devil was wearing a headset and a Baylor
a green BU jacket.
Yeah.
Just a B.
It was
just a B?
Just a B for
yeah, I don't want anyone assuming it was Art Briles. I mean, art is, beauty in the eye of the beholder. It's whatever you want it to be. It could be Art Briles. It could be something else. They have multiple coaches that went to that school that deserve to be in hell.
Mike, can I ask a question? And I don't think this is an irrelevant question. Has anybody been keeping tabs on this? When Stugotzs came up here with that $666, has that money indeed been given to charity?
Yes, I took care of that. Okay. I took care of it.
Unfortunately.
But you guys know why I was asking, right? There is the very real possibility that Stugotzs just put in his pocket all the cash from Flembrant, right?
No,
that would not be would that surprise anybody?
No. Which is why we got the one camera op, the photo op, him holding the money in his hand, and I scooted on in there and I just took it away from him.
Mike was all over me, man.
I was adding up some numbers, and either someone didn't pay us for a painting or something happened between that room and this room, because there was like $100 missing.
Now, let me see what I have the Jimmy V receipt.
It wasn't you. Who else would it have been?
I think someone told us they were going to pay for something, and we lost track, and they dipped without paying.
It sounds like the way you guys would run the business.
Well, it was chaos out there. I mean, it really was. It was hard to keep track, right, Billy?
Yeah, I forgot who bought what.
So much demand, so many people bidding.
Art was selling. It was just he couldn't keep up with the supply and the demand.
Well, then we left them down there for like 45 minutes with all their art up here while we were like signing it or whatever. Yeah, good times.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody just wrote in. That guy resold the Art Devil painting on eBay the same day.
No way.
You guys got to go look at that.
No way.
I don't know if somebody did it or not, but I want to find out if somebody did it. Find out next.
Mike Golick here. You know, ADT, the #1 security company, can now help keep you safe at home and when you're on the go. Get started with the ADT Starter Kit professionally installed for only $49. Plus, you'll get ADT Go, the new family mobile safety app and service with 24/7 emergency response for free with any ADT security system. Go to ADT.com/podcast to learn more today.
Requires 36-month monitoring contract, QSP and EasyPay. Activation and early termination fees may apply. Certain markets excluded. Licenses available at ADT.com. Additional charge for ADT Go premium services after March 31st, 2018.
Dan Le Batard.
Can you imagine if, like, Mark Jackson was a llama?
Stugotzs.
Llama? There goes that man.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotzs on the ticket.
The conversations in the commercials are often better than the conversations on air. Mike Ryan just went on a crazed riff at the expense of Kristaps Porzingis. He's out for the year, ACL tear. All the guys on Team LeBron are getting hurt. They're like a third of the roster is down with injury for the All-Star game. And Mike Ryan's like, of course Kristaps Porzingis got hurt. Look at him. Look at him out there. He's a giraffe. He's a giraffe playing basketball. You think he's going to back into Boogie Cousins and those legs aren't going to snap? Like
Just a matter of time.
He's that giraffe from that video you've all seen, the giraffe that kicks the tiger. You've seen that video recently from Planet Earth?
It was a lion.
Wait a minute. I don't get fined for whatever. It's a tiger, a lion, whatever.
No, that's regions.
No, wait a minute. That's not a fine.
It is.
That is not a
It's
fine.
not the Tiger King. It's a Lion King.
Yeah.
Names matter.
It didn't. But here's the thing. Go
Names
look.
matter.
All right. Wait a minute.
If you call Tony the Tiger, Tony the Lion, do you think you get fined?
Yes, but that's not what I did.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Matt Patricia, new coach of the Detroit Tigers, although that's a baseball team.
Yes.
Go ahead and call up this video that I'm talking about, the giraffe running, and it kicks a lion. The lion doesn't look like the lion with the, the plumage. What is this called? What is the mane? The mane. That does it. It's not a lion with a mane, and so because it comes from the cat family, I guess I would ask you this, Guillermo, put it on the poll. Do lions without a mane look like tigers?
No,
because what I'm telling you is what I remember about this video is being confused about whether it was a tiger or a lion because I was watching it with the sound down and I wasn't listening to the narrator, and I remember being confused at the time by that.
I would think it's a tiger. I would.
Really?
Just looking at it right now. Just looking at it right now.
Does it have stripes?
Yes.
Because stripes are what make a tiger a tiger.
You guys back off, okay? I'm not saying that I'm right about this. I'm explaining to you why I'm wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right about it.
Stugotzs just said, looking at this, I would think it's a tiger.
I would.
Does it have stripes? No.
But
that's what makes a tiger a tiger.
Are you sure?
The Bengals.
Guillermo, put it on the poll. Is stripes what make a tiger a tiger? Is stripes what make a tiger a tiger? Me and Stugotzs can't be the only ones making this mistake. Regardless, Porzingis looks like that. Porzingis, the lion and the tiger are incidental to this story. Porzingis looks like the giraffe.
I have plenty of images of tigers that do not have stripes. I think you and I are fine here.
Okay, so
plenty of images.
I mean, stripeless tigers.
Yes.
Okay, because right now you have what the shipping container filled with frightened refugees can only be described as a titter. Right now, things are going crazy in there. It's like popcorn popping.
So you're only looking at albino tigers?
Yes.
Did you just call up albinotigers.com?
No, I got some other tigers. Look at this one right here.
He Googled tigers with no stripes, and the results are all albino.
See that one?
Yeah, okay, that one. Yeah, I do see that one. All right, put this on the poll, Guillermo. In that giraffe video, where the giraffe is kicking the lion, did you think the lion was a tiger? Roy, I'm clear on what your opinion is on this. You keep shouting No at me. I'm very clear on what your opinion is on this.
All right, first of all, there's a regional issue here. There are no giraffes in Asia.
Here we go.
Fine.
This is in Africa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there are tigers in Africa either.
Yeah, there's no tigers in Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't know that either.
Unless this happened at a zoo, Dan. This is impossible.
Did it happen at a zoo?
It did not.
Did you think Africa was a zoo?
You guys know the video I'm talking about? Do you guys even know the video I'm talking about? Because when you're like, did this happen at a zoo? No, that didn't happen at a zoo.
That's the only way it would have been possible.
It happened in the wild. I can't be alone with this. It's not possible. Let me check the texts for the first time in a long time.
You know the female lions are the ones that hunt, and the males just stay at home all day, and they bring them the food, and they sleep like hours and hours and hours a day. It's a great life, being a male lion.
That's what Stugotzs wants. Stugotzs is evidently the female lion at home. Right?
Right. You're looking for confirmation on that?
A lot of people are writing, nope, you fool. Many people are writing in, tigers aren't in Africa. Somebody writes in, so a zebra's a tiger? Because of the stripes.
No, but stripes are what make a zebra. Otherwise, it'd just be a horse.
That's correct. Yes, that's absolutely right. Yep.
I think if I was a male lion, I'd want to hunt. Right?
Dexter writes in, is Dan's favorite golfer Lion Woods? A guy or a woman writes in here with 7 exclamation points. Lionesses don't have manes. Again, many people writing in like Roy, tigers and giraffe do not coexist in nature.
I have stripeless zebras on my computer.
You chubby little fool. Dan, you're always wrong. This is the stupidest you've ever sounded.
Huh.
I'm going to keep reading. Do you want me to keep refreshing here?
Sure.
Tigers actually have striped skin. Yes, I'd say stripes make a tiger.
At what point will you take the L?
Yeah, man.
Have you paid $1?
I support you, Dan. Love you. Should we call Ron McGill? Is there anything to call Ron McGill on
He's
here?
in Bermuda.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. This is
Also,
pretty
this
obvious.
is
I don't think
very
we need him. Yeah,
obvious.
I don't think we need him on this
This
one.
is one of the dumber debates.
What are we debating?
Wait a minute.
Just Dan pushing back on,
But
on the world.
the way that Stugotzs came and was my ally, and he saw the video of how is it that Stugotzs, even knowing what we were talking about, still thought it was a tiger. It's just our own
Stugotzs
ignorance.
is an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the ally you want, really, on anything. I mean, it does look like
He's
a tiger,
a
though. I mean-
world-class idiot.
I mean, if you listen, tough guy over there. If you didn't have the headline, if you weren't armed with the headline and the story, you wouldn't think that was a tiger.
I know the differences between a tiger and a lion.
Hold on a second.
my God.
Hold on a second. Okay.
By the way, wait till you Google liger. It's going to blow your mind.
All right. Yes, right. That's a whole nother rabbit hole we're going to fall down. I just love that Mike Ryan just said to Stugotz's face, because Stugotzs is an idiot. Stugotzs rolled through it, continued to make points, and Mike doubled down. Because Stugotzs is a world-class idiot.
Yeah.
At that point, Stugotzs, pride pricked. Stugotzs rose up and said, settle down, big guy.
Hey, tough guy, you mean to tell me you can't tell the difference between a lion and a
He
tiger?
hit you with a tough guy because you doubled down on world-class idiot.
After agreeing, I'm not the ally you want. I mean, I'm just all over the place.
Your response to that was essentially asking me, oh, tough guy, what? You're telling me you know how to read?
Mike, you just saw the conundrum that is the Stugotzs, because the beauty of him is that he supported me on the front end
Yeah.
until you went a little overboard with making him upgrade from an idiot to a world-class idiot.
That's where I draw the line.
And that, we now know where the line is for Stugotzs. But he was playing to his crowd on the front end, and what the Army doesn't know is there is a line.
Actually, world class makes it seem special. I mean, Thanks, Mike.
It's like
Anytime.
it makes it seem like an award. I'm the best at something.
Yes, I think he's right. I am a world-class idiot.
Yes. Guillermo, put it on the poll.
Am I a world-class idiot?
No. Would you like to be identified as world-class at anything, at everything? No. How do I word this? Would you take the world-class designation no matter what it's on?
Even if it's bad.
That's right, right.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it, right, even if it's bad.
But I wouldn't even say even if it's bad.
Even if it's not flattering, but world class makes anything flattering.
No, that's what I'm asking you.
I've never felt better. I mean,
world class idiot.
Let me see if you're world class racist. Nope, that doesn't work.
No. Yeah.
No.
World class racist?
It does sound more impressive.
Who is a world class racist? Is like David Duke a world class? Who is a world class racist?
We'll start with David Duke. That's good.
Yeah,
Hitler.
Good start.
Right
yep.
there. Yeah.
Well, he's a world class anti-Semite.
Right.
Yeah.
Aryan race. So yeah, he's racist too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
World class certainly. Yeah.
Were you
World
guys-
War class.
Were you guys confused about what the Aryans were?
Well,
Look, I'm in no position to criticize anybody. I think a lion's a tiger. So I'm not trying to make anyone feel like an idiot. I paired myself with a world-class idiot just so that things like that would seem less idiotic.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, enough, guys. I mean, showering me with praise this morning.
it started with Kristaps Porzingis.
Oh, yeah. He's out.
I will tell you, though, Mike, I will tell you that that is right there. Stugotzs has a self-respect line. Like many of you who like this show and just like the dynamic of everything that's happening around here, Stugotzs has a self-respect line, and he will allow me, in the name of the show, for the audience, to get away with just about anything. In the spirit of us having fun and enjoying ourselves for the audience, and the audience getting the contagious effects of we all enjoy each other's company. But the self-respect line he has is, I'm the only one who's allowed to do it. And so if I double down with world-class, he only extends that to me, to no one else,
You pay the bills.
He only extends that line to me.
You are his female lion.
Yeah. It is reserved for just him, though. He's right.
If I had called
Or
him,
tiger.
if I had called him an idiot or world-class idiot, he would have rolled with it in the name of the spirit of keeping the show moving.
Mike's getting pretty close to reaching that level where
He is getting
there
close.
are no boundaries.
Man,
in fact, I think he's probably there.
Stugotzs,
I think all you guys
No,
are.
here's the thing. This is not to say, no, wait a minute. This is not to say that you're any closer to me than you are to them. It is, Mike is getting very close to where it is that line. Mike is testing it because he hit you with idiot and rolled right through it. And he's like, woo!
Yeah.
You're talking to an idiot. We just skated right through that. And then he hit you with world-class idiot and he's like, oh, there's the boundary.
Yeah. Keep trying, though, Mike. I mean, eventually you'll get there. I mean, I remember Dan and I, we had some bumps in the road along the way.
Yes, that's right. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Now we're on the other side of it. Now he lets me say anything. He doesn't care.
No. Okay. You're getting there, Mike. You're close. Guillermo, you're very close. Closer than you think. And Fat Chris, and Roy, even. You guys are all really close to being able to say whatever you want about me on the air.
Well, Stugotzs is realizing, for those of you who've been with us since the beginning, Stugotzs is realizing, the biggest bet we've cashed is that we brought to ESPN this Stugotzs character, and if it flamed out, it wasn't going to have a future at ESPN. If he comes in as the jester and is only that, it doesn't come with a future at ESPN. It dies whenever the show does.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest bet we've cashed around here, that Stugotzs would stick, that once we got there, Stugotzs would be a cultural sticky item.
I was so nervous about it at the beginning.
Because you were cashing in your credibility. You're cashing in your credibility as a serious radio host who grew up on Mike and the Mad Dog. You were cashing all of it in on this one ESPN bet.
Thankfully I trusted you. Yes.
Well, we trust everybody. Everybody trusted each other, right. and so it ended up being that's Mike. We haven't cashed a bigger bet than that. Maybe my dad just because, but as a radio show.
As a radio show, no, it's all on Stugotzs. Stugotzs, I've said repeatedly. Anyone who asks me what makes it work, what makes it different, what's a special sauce, it's Stugotzs, because I mean, I've said Dan's an intellectual, a great talent. I mean, you see all the things that ESPN has built for him. But I'm going to cut in right now. That's kind of a dime a dozen when you reach this level in this industry. Stugotzs is what's different. Stugotzs is a 1 in a million.
Well, thank you.
And secondarily, I would say the chemistry all of us have.
Yes.
I would say that is secondary.
Pretty damn important,
But anyways, for those of you who care about the show and like the show and have enjoyed the show's success, that has been, like, when we were talking about all this stuff on the front end, that is the biggest bet to cash. It's the one that makes me proudest.
We got the NFL countdown, man.
I know. And I like that I'm still a little scared about how that's going to go. But no, just all of it, that ESPN's going to botch it, that they're not going to understand how to play with who you are, that they're not going to put you in the best positions, that they're going to, it's a fine line when you're being the jester. You've sort of become, in some ways, certainly ESPN's radio's mascot. You know,
and I'm proud of that. It's kind of cool. But you're right. The way they use it and using it correctly concerns me as well. I did it this morning. I left a bunch of voicemails for Golic and Wingo, and it was Jason Fitz, I believe, who was filling in for. Am I saying his name right? I feel bad. I don't know.
That time you did.
That's fine.
Sorry about that. I left them a bunch of voicemails because they're trying to get to know Fitz, get to know Golic, and I wasn't really trying to get to know those guys. I was just leaving hot takes, and they were funny. But they kept saying it was actually me. And I was saying Stu on a mobile, first time, long time, love you guys. And at the end, I would finish it with hang up and listen. I'll hang up and listen. And they kept announcing that it was me, and I didn't want them to announce that it was me. No.
So they didn't use you right?
No. But it was funny. Or it could have been funny.
So Golic and Wingo are holding you back.
I don't think they correctly, it's either the producer, I don't know, I have to have a talk with some people. I don't want to blame anyone here, but they have to think a little bit, okay? Like, it's theater of the mind kind of stuff we're doing there. Like, when you're playing them and I'm doing the segment with you, and I'm sitting there having a conversation with you, and you want to go to a call, just act like it's not me and let me be surprised. Whoa, what do you got? Whoa, who's that guy?
That's right. That's right. I love that Stugotz's comedic sprinklings are all over.
Yes, just use them correctly.
I also love that you care so little about learning Fitz's name, because half the time it's Fritz, and you just don't really care about learning it.
No.
There's something remarkably reckless and disrespectful about the very idea of Stugotzs. This is either going to birth glory and money for all, or just flame out in a way that's going to be horribly embarrassing to all of us. Like, we really have no way of knowing which way this is going to go.
Oh, it's going the carton. It's going the carton.
It's ending with Securities and Exchange fraud.